Airbnb is really disrupting real estate. And I know a lot about real estate. I just did a little fake business. Now, you know that I do this. A lot of the audience don't know that I do. I do fake business. I call up realtors all day when I'm bored, and I pretend I'm a realtor and that my client is very interested in their property, and I ask them lots of questions about their property. I just did it with a commercial property on Palm Canyon Drive. I said, hey, this is Tim. I have a client of investor that's really interested in the property. What are we looking at per square foot, and what are some of the local restrictions we should know about? And, these whole things, they go into this whole thing. They go, well, they don't want a coffee shop in there because Starbucks, there's a competing business clause, so Starbucks doesn't want a coffee shop. This is how the corporate takeover of America is, by the way, because when Starbucks moves into an area, they go, yeah, we don't want some independent coffee shop opening. Not all areas, but a lot of them. We don't need somebody slinging lattes for less than we are. So the guy goes, well, there's a Sprint store, so we can't do a competing business, blah, blah, blah. And we talked about it. There's a lot of parking behind. I said, thank you. I said, I have an investor, but he's very concerned about, the competing business clause and everything like that. And I was on the phone with this guy for about 10 minutes. And he said to me, oh, Tim, that's cruel. Their time has value. No, it doesn't. And I will continue to do fake business because I like doing fake business. It's one of my favorite things to do. I like to call people and I like to lie about who I am and what I do. And then I like to see how they conduct business because on their end, they're conducting real business. I'm conducting fake business. Now, never the two shall meet. We've gotten to the point where one of my clients who doesn't exist was almost going to put an offer on a house. This was last week. I've been on the phone with this realtor for like 45 minutes, 3 times in a row. I've had to block her finally. She doesn't know what happened. Sometimes I have to block the people because fake business gets very intense. Fake business, people start drawing up contracts. I mean, she was calling appraisers. She was going to have inspections done. I was representing a very motivated overseas client. Now, sadly, that client died of coronavirus before we could go see the property. That's not my fault. And I tried to explain that to her, but she was kind of confused and started saying, oh, this, blah, blah, blah. Are you real? Is this real? Cops, FBI, whatever, blah, 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 blocked. I'm helping train these professionals. Do you understand? Yes or yes? By calling them, people need practice. So this schmuck over there on Palm Canyon, I did use my real name, by the way. Like, this is Tim Dillon. And sometimes I make up a firm name. Sometimes I use a real firm name. Sometimes I just say, this is Tim Dillon with Futures. He goes, what? And I go, Futures Investment? And he goes, okay. You just go, okay. You go, yeah, all right. I go, yeah, you got a commercial listing on Palm Canyon on the corner. I'm wondering what we're looking at price per square foot. What's the parking in the area like? What's the competing business clause? Well, any local restrictions we should know about? I have a team of investors that are looking to expand into this area. Many of them, sometimes it's a franchise, sometimes not. But I'm just, it's an investment group. They're very interested. They love the visibility of the location. Oh, he goes, it's a great location. So they love the visibility of the location. And see, right there, we're beginning to do fake business. Because then he goes to his wife and he goes, hey, I just got a call from a guy that may be interested in this. And then he tells his secretary, and then he tells his partner. So I'm in, and I'll give him a follow-up call later tonight. I'll have 10 more bullet point questions before I bring my investors. And I do this. Now, a lot of people, I was explaining to someone at dinner that I do this. And they go, that's horrible. I said, why? Doing fake business. They go, why? I said, I like doing it. Because I don't have a real estate license and I can't do real business, but I at least can do fake business. They said, that's pretty sick. I said, maybe you're sick because I want realtors to get the best professional. You golf a lot, right? Mm-hmm. When you golf every day, are you better at it?
Yes, absolutely.
Now that doesn't matter. Now, even that includes going to a driving range.
Sure.
Right. Correct.
Right.
Sometimes I see golfers swing clubs in their backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Helps. Doesn't matter if it's real or fake. What matters is that this guy's going through the next guy to call him might be real. But I'm going to beat that guy out. I'm going to do a competitive offer because I conduct fake business well. And many people don't. A lot of people do things. People go on fake diets. I've done a ton of them. People do all kinds of things that aren't real. People are fake comedians. They pretend to be a comedian for a decade and impoverish themselves and live on a floor and walk dogs. Fine. That's all. When you go home to your family for Thanksgiving and you go, I'm a comedian, they're eating and they're like, no, you're not. You're a pretend comedian. You're a fake comedian. Right. I am a fake real estate investor, and I will continue to do fake business. So if you get a call from a guy that sounds like me, just be forewarned. The deal's not closing. The deal's not closing. I have an interest in presenting myself. I have a lot of clients when I do fake business. They're very busy. Many of them are overseas. They cannot handle. I mean, we should probably get the phone, do a little fake business right now. Maybe we get our phone. Can you get the phone? Let's do a little fake business. Because I don't think people understand what I bring to the table and how good I really am. Do you have is that my phone? Yeah. Let me call this guy back. How do we get him in the Roadcaster? Is he in the Roadcaster?
Hello?
Hey, Adam, Tim Dillon, how are you? We spoke about the property on Palm Canyon a few minutes ago.
Yeah, hey, Tim. How's it going?
Good, buddy. How are you? I wanted to know if there's a list of the competing clause. My client's asking me if there's a list of businesses, whether it's Starbucks, Sprint, things like that, that we could kind of figure out what the restrictions are, just so I could kind of email that to them, because he wants to show it to his investors, if that's possible. Also, is there a way they can get out to see the property maybe later in the week?
Yeah. I live about 4 minutes from it, so not too difficult. I will just go to the center right now and send you a quick list of all of the businesses that are in there already.
I would appreciate that. Let me ask you a question too. How long has this property been on the market? I haven't looked it up yet.
Yeah, I've been marketing it for maybe, I just signed it like right when COVID hit, and then I delayed it for like 2 or 3 months. So I'd say maybe like 2 or 3 months now. Okay,
and before you had it, was it sitting there for a while or no? They always like to know these things.
Yeah, I know Banner Mattress was there up until recently.
Okay.
I know there's a mattress firm like right across the street.
Yeah, I saw that. Would this be a 5-year lease, or what are they looking for in terms of commitment?
Yeah, it really just depends on the tenant and the rate, things like that. Obviously, the longer the commitment, the better we can do on the rate. I think they're open right now.
Okay, and I imagine
minimum 5 years.
I imagine they're open to some form of negotiation given the climate.
Of course.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that.
We're here to do deals.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, me too. It's a little wild out there, Are you guys mainly commercial? Or you do any residential?
I do a bit of both.
Okay, good. Yeah,
you got to be kind of a generalist out here. So.
I agree. Yeah, a lot of people are starting to get interested in this area, and I think it's because LA's had a lot of problems, and a lot of my clients. I do business primarily in Los Angeles, and a lot of people are starting to look at this area, and a lot of them are excited about maybe jumping into something here, because the high season. I imagine it's January through June.
January through April is our high season.
Right.
But pretty much like right now, like September through April, so we kind of have like a shoulder mid-season, which is September through December.
Right.
And then January through April just crushes, and then Coachella is obviously and Stagecoach are in April, and that kind of, and we have Memorial Day weekend, July 4th, even during the summer, we do pretty well.
Of course, I appreciate that. Well, listen, I have you guys. I have your website. I'm going to shoot you an email, just again introducing myself, and then if you could just get me a list of some of those competing business clauses, just so I can show it to them, and hopefully they'll get out to see it sometime next week. They're super interested. One of them lives out here in Rancho, and they pass it all the time. So they had me just kind of reach out to you and see what was going on. But they're pretty motivated. And again, I think it's all about, how restrictive those clauses are.
Yeah, I think they're going to be pretty flexible. So I'll shoot you the businesses.
Yes.
And we'll see if we can do something, okay?
I appreciate it, Adam. Thanks a lot for your time.
All right, thank you.
So it's fake business, and I'm doing it well. I'm doing it well. Let's be honest. I'm doing it well. I'm protecting the interests of my clients. Am I not? Am I not protecting the interests of my clients when I conduct fake business? My fake clients are important and they need to be protected. I want them to have the maximum amount of freedom in any given situation. You understand? Start doing fake business. It'll change your life. I'm telling you that right now. Start doing it. No one can stop. You don't need a license. You just need a phone and a computer, and you can start doing fake business. Set up a fake email address. I have one. Start doing fake business right now. It's the gateway to real business. Are you bored? Are you sitting around at home? You don't know what to do? Build a fake empire of whatever business you choose. You don't need any type of license to do this. You can just call people and be the person you've always been meant to be. I think I've always meant to be sort of a rainmaker, putting together deals, guy with a six-pack and a huge cock, fucking people of every gender, doesn't matter, maybe connected to intelligence, maybe not, power broker type of guy. And that's what now, of course, I'm not that. I'm negotiating commercial real estate mattress transactions in Rancho Mirage. It doesn't always, fake business doesn't always work out the way you want it to. I want it to be fake CIA. I can't do that. But I'm a fake realtor in the fucking desert. Even your fake life will not be as great. You see? Even in my pretend life, I'm just a shitty realtor looking to sniff out a buck. But I know who I am. I know who I am in my real life and my fake life, and that's what's the most important thing. Set the expectations for your fake business high but reasonable. This is my advice to you. Gary Vaynerchuk tells you to start a real business. Oh, I say no. I say start a fake one. Start a pretend business. You can do everything that you will do in a real business. There's much less risk. Sure, these people get upset after a while after you've called them 17 or 18 times. You have to make up stories about what happened to your investor, why he didn't show up to the showing, you were in the hospital. It's easy to do. I'm just telling you it's important. Oh, Tim, these people's time is valuable. No, it's not. No, it's not. They love it. All they do all day is talk to 90 people. One of them signs a contract. I'm one of the fake people. Until the contract is signed, all business for intents and purposes is fake business. And I am one of the best. And that's what I've been doing here to keep myself sane. I mean, right now I'm negotiating a strip mall in Connecticut. You see? That's much more complex because there's many different storefronts. You see? See what I mean? As you get better at fake business, you have to start looking things up. You got to know tax numbers. You got to know profit and loss. I mean, you got to really know your stuff. If you want to start talking to I have some real deal people I talk to. They're legit. They make real money. And they think I'm a realtor. You know? They think I represent an investment group. So that's what I think you should do. If I had to choose how you spend your time, it would be that. The violence in the American cities, man, it's got to stop. Two friends of mine in New York City, they're trying to get home. Two people, very private people, love being under the radar. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle. They're being chased in a high-speed chase all throughout New York City. Now, many people have denied this happened, including the person driving the car, including the cab driver driving the car in the New York Post, had basically said, not really. But I get it because these two, and again, I'm starting to like them now. For a while, they were annoying to me, but now sometimes when people are in the press constantly, they become annoying because they're trying to push a narrative that we know isn't true. Like that they were victims of something living in a castle and They had no idea what they were getting in. She didn't know what she was getting into. I married this prince, and I'm in a castle, and then the press wants to see photos of the baby. I had no idea things like that would happen. It's like, yes, you did, you do. Stop it. So we know she's a fraud. She's an actress. She's a cold-blooded serpent. So is he. They're serpentine. Now, and they're annoying, and we were sick of them. But we talked about them because they were fun. And then they started to lose relevance, of course. So what they did was they cooked up this thing, this false flag, where they were going to try to simulate his mother's death in New York. This I like. This, I think, is good. This is something I think took creativity. It took some type of planning. We all know that Princess Diana was killed, probably by MI6. Who knows? Maybe by others. But she was dating Dodi Al-Fayed, and that was a no-go for a lot of the people maybe interested. And maybe the press killed her in the tunnel, but there's all kinds of, inconsistencies and whatever. Who knows? The world's complex. So I don't know exactly who did it. Some say MI6, the Mossad. It's probably everybody's maybe involved with that. I don't know, but she died exactly that way, apparently, supposedly, maybe kind of sort of being chased by the press. So Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are now putting out a false flag attack that the press was chasing them all through New York City in a high-speed chase that endangered both of them, and it was similar to Harry's mother. And this is a great way for them to get back into the news and to engender sympathy, which is something they're addicted to. People can get addicted to sympathy. They can get addicted to this. This is a fact. I know people that are addicted to sympathy. You ever met someone whose parents died and then after a while you're like, enough? What happens is people get addicted to sympathy. They get addicted to people feeling bad for them. They like walking into a room and they like the hushed tones of people feeling sorry for them because it makes them, does two things immediately. Number one, it makes them interesting because whatever is happening to them is interesting and horrible. So it makes them a sympathetic figure, but it also makes them interesting. It gives their life something it didn't have before, a meaning, a purpose. I am the person that you were to feel bad for. I've gone through so much. You wouldn't understand. You could never walk a mile in my shoes. So people really like this feeling. And I would guess, and I'm no doctor, but I would guess that Meghan Markle and Harry, certainly Meghan, I don't know what he's even doing. He doesn't even know either, but Meghan has gotten addicted to this idea that this woman is a Hollywood actress who was on a show Suits, and her life became interesting by stepping into this role and then rejecting it immediately and claiming that she had no idea what it was. And so then but then they moved here and they released that documentary on Netflix and it went the other way. They thought, well, everyone's going to feel bad. It's like Britney Spears. We let her out and it went the other way. We're going back, clink, because we've now seen the results. Meghan and Harry thought they were going to come to America. They don't understand America. America has a tragically short memory, number one. So even if they did come over here as refugees, as migrants, we'd forget immediately, which we did. South Park destroyed them, the Worldwide Privacy Tour. His book, sold a lot, but it was like a nothing burger. Who cares? And people just got sick of them. They came, they rented a big mansion in Montecito, in Santa Barbara, a couple hours north of L.A., and they proceeded to be annoying. They had a big deal with, I believe, Netflix, and then there was a Spotify deal. So they came to America, rented a mansion, and immediately started to monetize the horrible things they had gone through. And everybody eventually got sick of them because it was so crass, and everybody could see immediately what they were both about. They're hucksters. That's what they are. And I love a good huckster. There's nothing wrong with a huckster, but we can see it. It's right out there in the open for everybody to see. They came here and they want to hang out. And I know people in LA that know them, and all they want to do is hang out with celebrities. And I was at a celebrity party the other night talking to somebody about this, and they go, these people are just, it's constant with them. She was texting the person I was with there. And no, you can't come. But I shouldn't have even been there. But the point is that They just won't stop these two. They're at the San Vicente bungalows. They're, oh, God forbid you stay out of the Beverly Hills Hotel when I'm eating my souffle. For the love of Christ, so help me God. So help me fucking God. I see that ginger fuck. You stay the fuck out of the Beverly Hills Hotel. It's probably too old school and conservative for you anyway. Stay the fuck out. But they are just like moths to the flame trying to hang out with they're like low-grade reality stars that are trying to attach to anything. And I'm literally at the party. They're showing me text of this woman begging people to like hang out. She's trying to get places. It's sad. And a lot of it isn't working. And they're rolling their eyes to me and they're going, LOL. And we're all having a good laugh about this because they're just a bunch of goons and no one cares. Now, listen. At the end of the day, I respect the hustle. I get what she's trying to do. I get what they're trying to do, but it didn't work, right? And a lot of people at this party are like, hey, man, we text her back. We try to be nice. She's the Duchess, but we've had enough, right? We've had enough of her, and she's, it's enough. So what they did now in New York City, the city that I lived in for many years, my home, they've decided to invent a narrative where they somehow are being dangerously chased through the streets, just like Diana would have been chased. And the NYPD rained on their parade too. Quote, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex arrived at their destination and there were no reported collisions, summonses, injuries, or arrests. Okay? The taxi driver who ferried the couple home after their event Tuesday at the Ziegfeld Theater told the Washington Post he would not call it a chase, adding that he felt safe. They got followed. You know why they got followed? Because their entire lives are about sucking all the attention out of anything that they are involved in. That's why a lot of these people at this event the other night didn't want them there. And they didn't want to be around them at other things. It's like all they do is try to suck the oxygen and the attention out of everything they're involved in because it's about them and their cockamamie bullshit story that the British royal family was running around the house with a noose. And it's not, none of it's true. It's all canard, it's crap, and everyone knows it. And so it's becoming like, she is 2 years and maybe not even 2 years away from being on a Real Housewives franchise. She may not want to hear that, but sister friend, and I'm not saying that because you're black-ish. I'm not saying that because you're black. I'm saying that because I use the word sister friend a lot. Because it gives me, it feels like a little weight and credibility and gravity to what I'm saying. I'm not racializing it. Please don't. But I'm saying, sister friend, that you are 2 years away from being on a Real Housewives franchise. That's the fact. You're tanking in a major way. You're going down. So they invented this thing where they were chased in a high-speed chase in New York. It's, because there's a scene out of Die Hard where him and her, the NYPD assisted the private security team protecting the Duke and the Duchess, a spokesperson said. There were numerous photographers that made their transport challenging. The Duke and the Duchess of Sussex arrived at their destination and there were no reported collisions, blah, 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 blah. Here's the deal. Listen to this, by the way. Harry, 38, and Meghan, 41, left the ballroom where the former Suits actress was honored by Gloria Steinem at the Woman of Vision Awards Gala with her mother, Doris Ragland, at around 9:50 p.m., flanked by both private security car and NYPD. It's going to come out they hired the paparazzi to do this, by the way, soon. That's the next thing. I don't know if that'll come out or not, but that's the next step, is that they hired the paparazzi to do this. But we wish them well. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, it's Andrew Cuomo. And you're listening to this fool like pasta fagioli, it's Chris Cuomo. And the garlic knot tells you gotta stay inside and you listen. Did you see the video where Chris Cuomo is telling you how to beat coronavirus by breathing? because Chris Cuomo had coronavirus, and he's like, a guy called me because, Chris Cuomo's a tough guy. I ain't going to let the virus beat me. I'm a fucking garlic knot. So Chris Cuomo, he's like, a pulmonologist called me and told me, he's like, Chris, you got that corona? You got to do it. You got to get up. The virus wants you in your bed. This guy's a tough guy. Couldn't handle the word Fredo. The virus wants you in your bed. You got to get up and breathe deep. It's literally, can we play that?
Yeah.
Get Chris Cuomo giving people advice on how to beat coronavirus by doing some weird chest yoga, which may help. I don't know. But I mean, maybe he's right. Maybe the pulmonologist is right. I just have a low opinion of the Cuomo family. He's like, you got to breathe. You got to get the virus wants you on your... Here we go.
This is it? Okay.
So here's what I've learned. Here's the secret to kicking this virus. It's
Here's
not
the
a pill or a
secret.
potion. It's about your will.
It's about your
and
will.
Devotion.
And
the
devotion.
virus wants us to lay down.
The virus wants you to
virus
lay
wants us to
down.
take it.
Are you a fanook?
Other than the blessed few, the rest of us who get this are going to have an experience unlike anything else they've ever had. Days and waves. The old notion of get in bed and stay there when you get sick, it sounds great. And if you're really up against it, you need to do as little as possible. I
love that this is all written. Why can't anyone, like I do it all the time, why can't you just talk? Like, why can't he speak like he's reading something that's written clearly?
Right.
Why can't he just talk?
Because every speech is just prepared for him in public, right? So,
I mean, does he even have coronavirus? Like, are these people lying that, like, these celebrities that say they have it? Do they really have it? Some of these people on their Instagrams are like, man, it's been very hard for me. They do like this little cough. They're like, you're like, is this real? Did your agent call you and go, hey, you gotta come out that you got COVID-19? There are agents calling people right now going, here's the best move for you right now. Cough. Cough a lot on Instagram Live because people need to follow your COVID-19 journey. So listen, I'm going to play some of this because maybe Chris Cuomo's right. Okay, Bob Grant, who is a phenomenal conservative radio host. This is going to be a conservative show, everybody. We did a communist show last week. We're going to oscillate. We go fascist, communist every other week. Keep everybody happy, okay? I don't know who's going to win, but whatever boot is on your neck is the one I support. So, Bob Grant, whatever you think of his politics, sure, racist, whatever, but a great, radio guy, old-time radio guy. He used to go, get off my phone. And people would call him up. They'd be like, Bob, it's Tony from Seaside Heights. It was always Tony from Seaside Heights. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Bob, what do you think about? And they would just some bullshit, and he'd go, you know what, Tony? Can you do me a favor? You fake, phony fraud. That was his tag. He'd go, that was his, signature line. He'd go, you fake, phony fraud. Get off my phone. And he'd kick him off the phone. He used to call the Cuomo's father, Mario Cuomo, I think he called him son of Sfachim. Now, I don't know what that means. It's probably bad. But Bob Grant used to be like, son of Sfachim. R.I.P. Bob Grant. Bob Grant got kicked off WABC radio because when Ron Brown, a Clinton associate, was killed in a plane crash, that's a shock. Someone near the Clintons killed. Bob Grant said something like, the only good news coming out of this will be if we find that Ron Brown is dead, and he did die. And Bob Grant was kicked off. He was kicked off ABC, and then he went to WOR, and I used to make my grandmother listen to Bob Grant while she would drive me like to and from play practice and dance class. So that's how gay Republicans come to be. You go to dance class and you listen to Bob Grant and Rush Limbaugh on the way. All gay people, by the way, secretly Republican. That's true. All of them. Every single one of them. I'm joking about that. Somebody, by the way, you want to talk about rotted brains? Someone on Instagram accused me. This is great. They go, in your latest sketch, you say that you have a wife. And I'm like, the sketch is me playing a owner of like a developer who owns properties, and I'm evicting people. And he goes, well, don't you think that saying a wife instead of husband is like a little fucked up. And I'm like, the point of the sketch is that I'm a demon from hell, real estate developer, evicting nurses from the building and kicking people to the street. And this is how identity politics rots people's heads. He's like, yeah, but you said... So I'm like, so your problem is that the demon real estate developer isn't gay. You want him to be gay in the sketch that's on Instagram. That's what you want. Let's continue here with Chris Cuomo, who does not have coronavirus.
I know, but you can't stay there. Now I am wise to the beast and its ways. It changes. The fever is just softening.
By the way,
itself.
he means, the beast in his ways, he means Jews. That's what he means by that. And then they had to, you know what him and his brother say behind closed doors. You know they're small-minded sauce monkeys. You know they are. You know what they say? When they get a fucking bowl of sauce on the table and they take a couple of hunks of bread and dip it into the pot of sauce, you know they got a couple of choice words for who owns the media. That, again, I'm imagining that's what they do. I have no proof of that. That's something I'm imagining Chris and his Neanderthal brother do, because they're Neanderthals. You look at Andrew Cuomo's face, he's a Neanderthal. He's a Neanderthal, Andrew Cuomo. Chris Cuomo is a little, whatever.
And your body hurts, so you don't want to move your body because what it wants to do is get in your lungs. That's what it wants to do. I feel it constricting my chest. When I had that chest x-ray done, I saw that infiltrate right away. Now, I also have something else I haven't told you. I have a low IgM level, which is the primary.
I have something else I haven't told you. I have a low IQ. In fact, it was embarrassing for my family to find out how low it was. I'm basically functionally retarded. That's why I have to read a script right now instead of just talking to you like a normal person about my experiences with coronavirus. Right. I have to read a prepared statement because I'm genuinely on the border of mental retardation, and I have a television show. I genuinely have a television show and cannot process information like other people, so I have to have a prepared statement about my sickness.
Antibody. I've always had a low level, okay? It's not something recent. Could be genetic, it could be cultural, I don't know. But it makes me susceptible to things like bronchitis and crap like that. So there I was on Friday night, okay? I was not gonna do the show tonight. I was done. I was in a pool of sweat. 12 hours later, I was in the same damn place. I hadn't slept a minute. I was just soaked and scared, honest to God. So then I get a call from a friend of a friend of a friend. Now this keeps happening to me now. This new reality of how much people just care. I have this new network of not just sources, but really good people. And they all come this way, friend of a friend of a friend.
Do you think it's because your brothers? Do you think, Chris, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question here. Do you think some of that network is because your brother's the governor? Do you think that's a possibility? I don't know. Do you think that? I'm not sure. Do you think it's because you have a television show? Some people... He's like, I have this great network now of people that truly care about me. They really care. Keep going.
Battling this all over the country and the world, and people want to beat the beast. So this doctor calls me up, asks me about my symptoms. He's a pulmonary expert, and says, can you get up? I say, yeah, I can get up. He says, do it. He says, can you stretch your torso? I said, what do you mean?
How great would it be if this was somebody pranking Chris Cuomo? Like somebody just getting him to do like... How are you? Yes, this is Daniel Cohen. I'm a pulmonary expert at Langone. I'm just calling you. Can you get up right now? Can you stretch your torso? Can you do, the funky chicken dance? I want you to do that right now. And I know you're going to laugh, but I'm going to tell you right now, the funky chicken's movements open up the passageways in your lungs that get the virus out. So I want you to do that right now, and I want you to do it outside of your house because it's you need the fresh air. Can you do the Running Man? Can you do the Running Man right now? Let me tell you why. The Running Man increases circulation in such a way that the virus is less able to bind to your red blood cells. Can you do the Running Man right now? Can you put a video of you doing the Running Man on your Instagram account right now? Can you do that? Let me ask you another question, and this is going to seem, but you got to stick with me. I'm the head pulmonologist. Can you do blackface? Let me tell you why blackface helps. If you put blackface on your face, the virus gets scared because the virus is racist. You know the way Asians feel about blacks. The virus is very racist. So if you do blackface, the virus doesn't get in there. Do you see what I mean?
You want to keep going?
Yeah, we gotta.
Like this. I'm like, oh, God. It's like, yeah, no, it doesn't feel that good. He said, do it. He said, can you hold your breath for 10 seconds? I said, probably not, to be honest.
Do it, you
He said,
pussy.
do it.
Do it.
And then
Who is this?
He gave me the key.
Fucking loan shark.
He said he heard me say that
it.
I wanted to keep this out of my lungs. And
You
he said, I
better
saw
do
your
it.
x-rays. It's in your lungs. And you got the right fear and you got the wrong approach. You can't wait it out. He said, you have to fight. And not in some silly metaphorical way. This isn't about like channeling Rocky or Eye of the Tiger. You've got to do the things that will beat this virus. You've got to breathe deep when it hurts. And it hurts. I know it hurts. And I'm not trying to minimize anybody's pain. When you get a fever spike and that hurts, he said, you can't take confidence that it's going to go down. There are going to be spikes for at least 10 days when you get a fever. You got to layer up. You got to drink. You got to take Tylenol.
You know what's amazing about this virus, by the way? No, and we're done with him. But nobody has any clue at all what's going on. Like, nobody has any, not a clue, right?
No.
Like, fever for 10 days. Like, what are we saying here? What are we talking about? What is going on? Nobody has a clue. Now they said, you read something that says soap doesn't do anything. Ventilators make it worse.
Soap doesn't kill the coronavirus.
Yeah, ventilators make it worse. Soon they're going to say hand sanitizer spreads it. Like, what do you know? There's also a lot of people here that are like naturally transgender. They don't have to have the surgery, which is nice. There's a lot of naturally gender non-specific kind of orbs of flesh wandering around. It's true.
They're so beaten down. The
just
gender.
Beaten down.
Yeah.
What's a gender at that point? You know, who cares? Just a leathery-faced old catcher's mitt crawling down the street looking for a pool of beer to dunk their head in. What's the fucking gender at that point? You just open two legs and all you see is mashed potatoes anyway. If you sell stuff online, you're definitely in the right business. More people are shopping online than ever. That means a lot of orders coming in, and a lot of orders you'll need to ship out fast. That's why online sellers like you need ShipStation. Amazon, Etsy, or even your own website. ShipStation funnels all the orders into one simple interface. You can manage from anywhere, even your cell phone. With ShipStation, small business can now access the same rates reserved for Fortune 500. It's a great product. Use my code Tim Dillon to get a 60-day free trial. Free trial. That's 2 months free, no hassle, stress-free shipping. 60-day free trial, 2 months free, no hassle, stress-free shipping. Promo code Tim Dillon. You can sell your undergarments. You can sell things you stole. Mm-hmm. You can sell garbage art that your kids make. You could just say they're dying. What a great idea. Say your children are dying and sell their art. My mother said to me once, I'll never respect her more than the moment she said this. I was like in 5th grade. I go, Mom, I don't have the report done. She goes, just tell the teacher I died. I'm like, yeah, but Grandma works at the school. My mom's like, right, I guess. Don't do that. ShipStation.com, promo code Tim Dillon. Make ship happen.
And then last one here.
The last one, they're going to reject a lot of these, and we're going to have to cut them up. If you hear them on the show, they'll be literally 8 seconds. They'll take out everything. It'll just be like, ShipStation, good. They will not. We have to send the ads in for approval now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's most of what my job is now, is fighting with them to leave jokes in and editing things
What is
out.
their problem? Why did the spoon turn? Spoon was with us for a while, and then I went. Tell everyone exactly what Spoon quote
So Magic
said.
Spoon told me, they said that we can't do any content about children getting abused or killed. That was their words.
In the ad.
We can't talk about children being killed or murdered in
the ad for cereal.
or sexually assaulted.
Well, then I can't do it. I try.
I edited it.
I'll try. I'll try to get through it, but I mean, no promises. The whole point of Magic Spoon is that the kids that grew up with those cereals growing up were the types of kids whose parents went to a bar all night, then came home, woke them out of a dead sleep, just started pounding on them for no reason, and then passed out. The reward for those kids was a fucking nice Lucky Charms breakfast. They didn't get college out of it. They got a nice breakfast, and every now and then I get to go over their house. They'd have a black eye, true story, and a bloody lip, and we'd have a great fucking cereal breakfast. And that's what I was trying to capture. And then some blue hair fucking tech bitch.
They got really mad about the part I had to edit out was about the kid getting tied to the radiator and getting his head beaten in, and then them running him over with the car over and over.
That was brilliant. I felt hungry hearing that. I wanted a nice, crunchy keto cereal when hearing about that kid being beaten and then ran over with a car. They didn't like that. And who do you talk to over there? People have to call you?
Yeah, they contact me through our ad guy, and then I have to barter with him, and then
why don't they contact me?
I can include you on the calls. If you
Oh,
want.
no. Bad idea. Bad idea. I'll give them a fucking piece of my mind. I'm not allowed to speak to anyone. This is after the whole Airbnb fiasco. I am to be kept silent in a room with cigarettes, and I'm to be let out an hour a week and then back into the cage. I cannot speak to the world, But they never sued us, those ladies.
Who, Mila and...
Yeah.
No.
Don't do with the names now.
Sorry.
Let's not test that.
Sorry.
But they never sued us.
No, never. But they were happy about Rogan's comment. They were like, Joe Rogan is welcome anytime at this Airbnb.
How do you know? Is that what they said?
Yeah, that's what they said on their Instagram story.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Joe Rogan doesn't need to go to your house, you dirty dyke, because he has real fucking money, you stupid piece of shit. Nobody needs to stay in your litter box of a fucking house, you cunts. Wait, honeys, wait and watch. We're just getting started, okay? We're just getting fucking started. You fucking clam divers. They fucking went at me on the gram like that, and you didn't fucking tell me?
Stories. I thought you saw it.
I didn't fucking... I'm blocked!
No, people screenshotted
Ever since I threatened to kill them, I'm blocked. I threatened to kill them, they blocked me like children. So wait a minute, what did they do?
They shared that thing that Rogan said when you did the podcast last about how Rogan said it was a beautiful place and he'd love to stay at a place like that.
He's on DMT.
Yeah. And they said, Joe Rogan is welcome anytime at our Airbnb. Thank you so much, Joe.
Whatever. I don't like this alliance between Joe Rogan and these two dykes. I don't like it. I can see it shaping up, and I don't like it. Do you think I did anything wrong? No. Dan sees a lot of my behavior, and much of it you probably disagree with.
I mean, who can agree with everything that someone does, you know?
But you're a young person. What you need to understand is when you're an older person, you realize the value of going to war with every person that you see. We got in trouble for cutting the line at a Whataburger.
We did. That was bullshit, though.
We didn't even
even
know the line worked. We didn't even know the line was functioning.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be Texas, tough guy. I'm Texas. I'm a tough guy. I'm going to shoot you. And then you go on a Facebook group like a cunt and whine about it.
Yeah, Neighbors Uncensored.
Yeah, Neighbors Uncensored.
Ooh, 25
You know
members.
what that group's about? Hard R! You know what that Neighbors Uncensored in Texas is about? Letting it fly. Neighbors Uncensored. How much coded racial language is in that group? I just want to post on Neighbors Uncensored about the new neighbors. They seem a little different. Does anyone share my concerns about the new neighbors? They have a lot of children. I don't know. Athletic, sure, but I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous about them darting out into the middle of the street to get a basketball, if you hear what I'm saying. It's Neighbors Uncensored in Texas. ExpressVPN. If you know what's not fair, the fact that Netflix hides thousands of shows and movies from you based on your location. And they have then they have the nerve to increase the price. That's right. They've just raised their prices once again. Now you could just cancel your subscription and protest, or you could be smart about it and make sure you're getting your full money's worth by using ExpressVPN like I do. You might not know what's on Netflix in your country is completely different from someone in the UK or Japan has on theirs. ExpressVPN. I can control which country I want Netflix to think I'm in. This is such an interesting ad because the hope, the real hope with this service is that you are watching Japanese Netflix. I pray, I'm not saying it. I'm saying I pray to God that you are using this service to watch Japanese Netflix. Here's the best part. It's not just for Netflix. You can use ExpressVPN to unlock shows on other streaming services too. It's super fast, works on your phone, laptop, smart TVs. So you can watch your shows on the big screen with zero buffering. What ring of hell is reserved for me after reading this ad? Call to action. So be smart. Stop paying full.
I gotta cut that out. I gotta cut that out.
It's a joke.
You can't make
Edit
it.
it out.
It's out.
Edit it out.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's our last week on YouTube, like every week. Hope he gets us that. Can Joe Rogan get us Spotify money? So every episode we go, this will be it. So hopefully Patreon is still holding out.
For now, yeah.
All of their shows are wild. Patreon's wild. They've got Chapo and Come Town and us and like anime. People just want to fuck cartoons.
Yeah. Anime ASMR is big on there.
What the fuck is that? Anime? Like a cartoon?
Yeah, it's anime, but the anime characters are doing ASMR so people can,
Do you like ASMR, Daniel?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have nothing against it. I just don't
Do you ever feel like weird when someone goes, I told you this the other day. What if it was a really hot girl with my exact voice? Like hottest girls you've seen, big tits, everything perfect, but it's just my exact voice. Let's practice. We're on
I turn off the lights. She's like,
It's dark.
Yeah.
It's real dark. This country is rough.
Let's practice right now. You're on a date. Can you do it?
all right. So, hey, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah. You're from Florida?
Yeah, I am. Where are you from?
New York. But I'm hot. Like I'm really hot, huge tits. I'm just fingering my perfectly bald pink pussy. But I'm going, ah. So just get ExpressVPN. It helps the show. That's expressvpn.com/Tim Dillon. That's expressvpn.com/Tim Dillon to learn more. See what happened to those ads. We'll shave them down.
Maybe we'll just put them out, but I will bleep out that part.
Well, don't we have to get approval?
So we're not in a contract to get approval, but our word is our bond, right?
What a horrible bond. Dan Carney just got an apartment at like this, where kids live, these 24-year-olds. And not kids, real people live there too. These places where like you have everything you need. By the way, is there anything worse than a human being who moves into an apartment complex and says this? They go, you got everything you need. You got everything. You got a Whole Foods and a TJ Maxx. Well, what do you need? You got everything you need? What the fuck's wrong with you? I need much more than that. I need more than a fucking Whole Foods and a place to get socks. there's a gym and a pool and Whole Foods. You have everything you need. What about for your soul? This basic bitch culture of erecting these fucking like cheap wood, plastic crap apartment buildings and then putting them next to a fucking TJ Maxx so you can go in and buy underwear and then going, you got everything you need. Why would you leave? Everything's here. Why would you leave and meet people and experience other things? Everything that you ever needed is here in the pod. And then Carney talks about it, he goes, my unit? Like he doesn't even say his apartment. He goes, my unit? He goes, the unit doesn't have washer and dryer. I'm like, you shut the fuck up. The unit. I am in the unit. And then he tells me, he goes, I'm facing the pool, which is much better than facing the... What are we doing here? Life should be about more than this. Life should be about more than that. I understand that creature comforts matter. I understand convenience matters. I get it. But using the phrase everything you need makes you sound like a basic bitch nobody who just needs so little that you can live on the side of a highway and have socks and fucking peanut butter, and that's everything you need. What are you talking about? I need culture. I need people that have faked their own death. I need people that go to bars instead of spending time with their family. I need tragedy. I need people reliving traumatic experiences from their youth. I need people that were in cults that are trying to get out of them or getting into other ones. I need people that have brain injuries trying to sell me houses. I need things. I need more than an apartment complex with just fucking 20, 30-something staring at each other. He goes, I made a friend there. He's a music manager. My unit... And listen, he's a good kid, and I'm happy he has an apartment. But this whole thing of like, let's make life into this boring shit, this hyper-consumerist horse shit. Where is the old woman who knows the secrets of the universe? Because she was kept in a cage for the majority of her life. And she realizes that she was, because people loved her. She was angry at them for a time, but now she realizes that they were trying to keep her safe. Where's that woman? Where are the people who've come out of jail and realized that jail is the only fair place left in this country? Where are they? They're not in your unit. Are they at the pool? Where are the characters? The people that have the courage to say that Donald Trump was too liberal. Where are they? Oh, do they provide you a free continental breakfast? Do you get free? We went and looked at a unit in L.A.
Oh,
Steve
10,000
Bing.
Santa
Steve
Monica.
Bing's.
Yes.
And that was a basic bitch building too, but for rich people. But I only considered living there because I thought I might get the unit where Steve Bing flung himself out of the window because I wanted to kill myself from the same unit. And because just the idea of the person, the in-house sales team, having to show the unit again and going, I mean, we don't want to even go into this, but Steve Bing and then also Tim Dillon killed himself from this exact window. That's funny to me because then it's a cursed apartment and then I have a legacy. But these basic bitch little fucking, complexes. He's like, you got to come see my spot, man. It's pretty cool. Oh, is it? Is it pretty cool? We can go walk around the Whole Foods and get bananas. Oh, is it cool? Wait, me, you, and the music manager hang out and get bananas at the Whole Foods because there's everything you need? Well, I need a little bit more. I need more than that. I'm just saying, everywhere I've lived, there's been a a lot of characters. And I look at these new apartment complexes and they're devoid of any character, anybody that's really going to say something cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm happy for him, and I'm happy that there are people out there that are, he's doing good. He's opening for me. He has a nice apartment. It's good. I have to live in a place where people have traumatic brain injuries. I have to live in a place where people invent autoimmune disorders they do not have and medicate themselves for them. That's just my rule. I have to live around glazed eyes, middle-aged women who claim to have lupus and do not. That is where I must be. I must not be in the little Carney complex. That's okay. This Adam Toledo thing is really, really disturbing. This young kid who has a few wacky nicknames, Andy No. But what are Andy No's nicknames? How about that? Andy No is the guy, the Asian guy who keeps going into Antifa rallies and, with like a Nazi armband and starts like twerking, and then they beat him up and then he puts his face everywhere. So Andy No has said that deceased teen Adam Toledo, his friends referred to him as Lil Homicide and Baby Diablo. Well, so what? It doesn't matter. He dropped the gun and then he put his hands up and the cop shot him. The cop said, drop the gun. And he dropped the gun, he put his hands up, and the cop shot him. We understand he didn't win the spelling bee. We get it, Andy No. We understand this kid was not an honor roll student. We get it, he didn't come from the best home. We get it. We understand that. Cops have to understand that there's going to be blowback when people see a video of a child with his hands up being shot. It doesn't matter that the kid was called Baby Diablo. I mean, we're making this kid into Osama bin Laden now? That's what we're going to do? They called him Lil Homicide. What? Was he just running through the streets of Chicago, just wasting people? How many cops did he kill? How many people did Baby Diablo whack? He's a young, mentally challenged kid with no guidance in his life. Okay? And other older members of the gang exploited him and brought him out. And you know more about this case than I do. Now, is this true? And I don't know if this is true because why are you laughing? I didn't say I'm talking about something serious.
Okay.
I'm saying you're making it a joke, and it's not a joke.
Okay.
I'm not here to joke around.
Okay.
I heard that he was DM'd by James Charles. God damn it. I heard that. Am I wrong? I heard that James Charles DM'd him and said, "What up, Baby Diablo?" I heard they call you Little Homicide because you kill it. Is that not true? Have you not heard that? Am I wrong?
I haven't heard that.
Am I wrong? Well, tell us about the case then, because apparently I'm getting the wrong information, and yet I don't think I am.
So I read that Adam was in special education. I don't know if he was like mentally challenged. He was missing for 2 days. His parents didn't know where he was, and he was with this guy Roman, who was 21. They did they shot.
Wait a minute. He was with a 21-year-old for 2 days.
Yeah.
Named Roman.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm thinking? Do you know what I'm about to say?
What?
Why don't you say it?
No, I don't know what you're gonna say.
Can you get a photo up of Roman?
Yeah, I'll show you.
No, I'll show you. Because I've been doing work. This is a photo of Roman. That's crazy to me. All right, I'm kidding. I've defended this person, James Charles, by the way. I've said let's not jump to conclusions. So little Diablo, or is it baby Diablo?
Baby Diablo or Lil Homicide. Or, Adam Toledo, really. Just some people
Let's
on
call
Snapchat.
him his real name. I'm against the cops here. Can I say something that the advertisers might? Can we just shoot the cops that did this? No, I'm serious. Can we let children shoot the two cops that did it? Let other children shoot the cops. They can't remove me for this because this is my right. I'm expressing my righteous indignation and rage.
Because it's woke.
There is no one more woke than myself. Let's stop with showing photos of him. So Roman...
I was showing a picture of Roman.
We just did. So now Roman... Now the problem is Roman gave him a gun.
Well, Roman couldn't have a gun with him because he was on probation, right? So I think the idea was that he did this car drove by, he fired 8 shots at the car, and then I think he gave the gun to Adam.
Remember when Amadou Diallo happened, Bruce Springsteen did a song called 41 Shots?
Oh, yeah,
41 shots. Didn't that heal? Didn't that heal? What happened to that? He was a young boy riding on his bike. They called him names like Baby Diablo and Little Homicide. But these racist, drunk Chicago pigs, bacon, the smell of bacon in the air. Chase him down an alley. Why are you chasing anyone down an alley? Let him go. He's not going to shoot the Obamas. Who cares? He's going to shoot another Diablo or Little Homicide. He's going to shoot little bullets or little knives. I'm just saying. I'm kidding. Yes, you should protect the poor from each other, apparently. But do you see my point? Are we still even broadcasting? Are we still on this? I kind of want off of this. We're never monetized, so I want to go somewhere else.
Oh, we're definitely not getting... I think you talked about the vaccine in the first 4 minutes. We're not getting monetized on this.
We got to go.
Way.
If you've got a service, you want us to come over there, you got to spend a little money, but I will go on another service.
100%.
Straight up. We'll call it Little Podcasts. And fuck Andy No, too. I don't, what do you want me to say?
Yeah, fuck him.
I'm sick of him.
Sucks.
I'm sick of him. He goes in the middle of like an Antifa rally, just starts twerking in like a Nazi costume from the cabaret. And then he's like, they were very angry with me. They were mean to me. Well, stop twerking. What is the resolution to cop violence?
Oh, well, should I finish to let the people know what happened?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so they ran down the alley. Adam...
You got a big head now because Joe Rogan's like, well, Tim has been, but Bill Burr does it on his own, but Tim has been. Well, we've got a better show than Bill Burr's show. Ours is better. Whatever. What are we going to do? We're supposed to worship all these people till they're 98. I'm a faggot, and if I had the amount of cocks in my throat that other comics have about their betters or their peers, I would really be gay. Like, the cocks never leave these people's throats about just like, I'm so good. Everyone's talking about how good. But I appreciate what Joe said about us. It was very nice. But enough already with everybody. We get it. Everyone's great. But our show is better than the Monday Morning Podcast. He's a better stand-up than me, unquestionably. Our show is better. That is a fact. Do you disagree?
I agree.
And he's one of the greatest stand-ups ever. Much better than me. But, whatever. He is much better. But I was kind of walking back. Listen, all the respect to him. He's a genius. He's the greatest. Our podcast is the best thing out there. So just don't even mention us in the same name with other of these people unless they're willing to get in the weeds with Lil Ham. Because I'm repping Lil Ham right now. And no one is. I'm repping the man. Fuck these cunts. Take Lori Lightfoot and get her out of there. Not violently. Just respectfully get her out of there. Will you tell people what's happening, please, and stop being nervous all the time?
Yeah. So then they're getting chased. They push down Roman. Another cop jumps on him. That cop keeps running towards Adam. Adam throws the gun behind the fence to kind of do Roman a solid, it looks like. And then as soon as he turns around and puts his hands up, he gets shot.
Right.
And then goes down, dies. So, and then they were saying,
well, Andy Ngo
that
has
there was
a
a gun in its
Andy
hand.
Ngo has a different version of this. Andy Ngo's version of this is that Adam was in Antifa, and they were planning on destroying the White House, and he was running to the White House. And the cops, and he actually had a direct energy weapon, Adam. He had a direct energy weapon that he was using to destroy the city of Chicago. And he also had per Andy Ngo, I don't know if this is true, Adam had summoned a massively big marshmallow man to walk through Chicago and destroy it. And there was a dog and a refrigerator, and there was something called Zool. But again, this is Andy Ngo's journalism. Andy Ngo's journalism is that there was a river of slime running under Chicago, pulsating with people's negative emotions and thoughts. I'm trying to do this. I want the cops in the clink. Not good.
They slandered his name for a week, too. They're saying he had a gun in his hand when he was shot. Clearly not true.
They're
the
lying.
The mayor was saying that.
They all lie over there. Rahm Emanuel, Lori Lightfoot. What does that even mean, that name Lightfoot? A weird name from like the Lord of the Rings. Bilbo Baggins and Lori Lightfoot. You know? Samwise Gamgee and Lori Lightfoot. What are we talking? Yeah, she dressed up like the COVID destroyer, right?
Right, COVID. Yeah, that was it. That's so stupid.
The Rona destroyer.
It's such a small fiction. We get a better one.
I kind of do. I respect that a little bit. What if she did that? What if she comes out in that to deal with the cops? Hey, if she comes out, here's the thing. I will turn completely for Lori Lightfoot if she comes out dressed like the Riddler and she just deals with the cops in that manner. Why has there never been a documentary about the dark side of Disney World? They are so powerful. Disney is so fucking powerful. Has there ever been a doc? Have you ever seen anything? I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
I think Banksy did that thing on it.
What did he do?
He went in there to the little children one, It's a Small World After All.
It's a small world.
And he dressed a guy in a Guantanamo Bay outfit and he hung him or like a roller coaster. He like had a hanging Guantanamo Bay prisoner, and he did it with that Mr. Brainwash.
Yeah, Americans don't notice. They think it's great. Look, there's a Gitmo prisoner. This is a good ride. I thought this ride was for faggots, but it's good. I thought A Small World was for faggots. I fought my wife, but I didn't know we were going to see Muslims get hung. This is great. That'll make it the most popular ride in the whole fucking place. They love it. Yeah, Banksy hung this Guantanamo Bay. Yeah, It was the longest line at the whole park. They're hanging Muslims in there. It's worth the wait.